Somebody sent us this. We have to talk about it because both of us are parents.
Yes. Oh, my God. This
is one of the worst things I've ever seen. Minnesota mom found guilty of killing her 6-year-old son. Boy was placed in foster care, but returned to his mom just days before she shot him 9 times while they sat in the car with a shotgun.
Wow.
By the way. Sentence was pronounced, and this chick literally, it's like they said, do you have any last words? And she's like, yeah, fuck you all, you're disgusting. Like, no remorse, no nothing. Like, you murdered your own flesh and blood with a shotgun in your car.
Now, the father needs to sue the fucking county and the state where that happened.
You're damn right.
Because remember, we did a show on Mr. Pink?
Yes.
Here in Macomb County, was going through the same thing. He had 2 kids who were with their mother, who's a goddamn stripper, and she'd been arrested several times for drug possession and prostitution.
I remember that one, yep.
And they still wouldn't take the kids away from her and give them to him. And one of her Johns killed her, killed one of his kids, and maimed the other one for life.
Yeah.
That is so effed up.
Yeah, just thinking about that one, it gives me the warm fuzzies. Makes me want to scratch my fist on something.
Yeah. You mean you want to scratch your fist on something with a heart on? There it is. Right there. There's the fist with the heart on right there.
Pisses me off.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And there's more examples like this that we're going to get into. This woman, thankfully, got life in prison without the possibility of parole. And, of course, that makes everybody else but her, the murdering psychopath, disgusting. So, at least we have that going.
Well,
nice.
I mean, what state did this happen in?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. A life without parole?
Life without parole.
Yeah. Well, I bet you 10 to 1 that they'll reverse themselves on the parole part after about 15 years. She'll probably get paroled after 20, maybe 25 years.
We're going to get into stuff like that later, but I'm going to raise this for that little boy and for his father, because that man has got to be going through the kind of pain that most of us just read about in books.
It's the worst thing you can have is the loss of a child.
Yep.
It literally is the most painful thing a parent can endure. The death of a child.
Yeah.
And our divorce industry hands that out like candy to men.
As long as they can make money off it, they don't really give a shit who gets hurt.
5 days a week, 50 out of 52 weeks a year,
Yep.
They're taking kids away from fathers and turning the fathers into slaves, violating all of their constitutional rights on a whim. And they literally can get away with whatever they want because most of the time you can't elevate divorce court to federal court.
Yep.
So they just keep doing their horse shit. I have no idea why there isn't a barricaded gunman across the street from every courthouse in America.
Yeah, this is not a recommendation. It's merely amusing.
No, I just have no idea why it's not happening. It's so unjust.
Yeah. And they piss and shit all over your constitutional rights as if they're pesky things to be brushed aside.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Sounds like our current administration.
And I knew it was going to move into the mainstream and actually hit the regular courts because they started doing this in like the early 70s?
Yeah. I think Me Too was really when it really started to kick off. Like, okay, so we're going to throw Bill Cosby in prison using testimony that was inadmissible in court based on one accusation, decades old, no corroborating witnesses, no physical evidence whatsoever, but my feelings.
I don't know.
We're going to throw an 80-year-old guy in prison.
I just want to know why he's not suing people.
He should be.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be planning a comeback tour. The guy's in his 80s.
Yeah.
Dude, retire. Enjoy the time you have left.
Well, if they did that to me, I would literally fight those sons of bitches until I die.
There you go.
And if I could, I'd come back and fuck them up from beyond the grave.
Gonna haunt those fuckers.
I'm not even kidding. That is, oh, man.
No, I'm with you. Like
if I ever got thrown in jail for shit I didn't do, I'd be like, don't ever let me out of here.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.